All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Flip Thought Show. It's your host with the most, King Truth, Hosenberg, Benny Bo, the one with the word, the one with the flow. And today, man, we coming at you live at 6:54. Hope everybody's having a blessed Sunday, man. Prayers to everybody in the fires, as well as, I don't know if you know, but there's another fire that just started over there in Dago, too. Um, Downtown is a big ass fire.
Yes.
Yeah. So there's a lot of fires everywhere. Prayers to everybody that's going through the fires. Today we've got Miss Robyn right here, my mom. And we're just gonna be asking her a couple questions. The part one, just the introductory, just to see what's going on and stuff like that, so she can get to know so the show y'all can get to know her and stuff like that. So let's see. The first question I said, so just tell them a little bit about yourself, where you were born at and stuff.
Okay. Born in Santa Monica, California, grew up in Ventura County. My parents rescued lots and lots of dogs, so we had at least 30 dogs at a time growing up. So going forward as an adult, I rescued dogs, cats, small animals. Had my own rescue for 10 years in La Mesa, California. Gave out community service hours. Helped a lot of animals, dogs, cats, birds, guinea pigs, rabbits, hedgehog, everything. It was really good. It was a huge blessing. Now I am in special ed. I work grades 3 through 5 in Kingman, Arizona, and I'm a special ed aide, and then I help in other classes in the afternoon. Super, super blessed there. It takes a lot of patience. But it all works out. But the kids are great. Certain ones, they love me so much. Very, very sweet.
Yeah.
Very, very sweet. They give me hugs and everything. And it's a good feeling. I like it a lot. So I'm just out visiting Benjamin and his family here for a few days because I have paid time off and wanted to come and see everybody.
All right. So kind of dive a little bit in a little deeper and kind of tell them a little bit about your animal rights time with that movement and your kind of your outlook on the whole hippie thing.
Okay. Started in animal rights probably in the late 80s. I was rescuing cats in my neighborhood and then found out about Concerned People for Animals in Camarillo, California. And that no longer exists, but I started with them. And then Animal Emancipation in Ventura. We reached out to 3 counties. And Simon and Denise, they ran it. Simon lives in Arizona. Denise has since passed away. But they dedicated almost all of their time to that, to educate people about animal testing, about animals being neglected, abused, things like that, but mainly animal testing, unnecessary testing. UCSB is big for that. General Motors was doing it. A lot of places were getting away with it, getting government funding, things like that. So we reached out, like I said, the 3 counties. I did protesting. I did tabling at Moore Park College about environmental issues, political issues, animal rights, human rights, voter registration. I helped get the Green Party on the ballot. In the meantime, I was rescuing animals in Thousand Oaks, California, and then eventually moved to Pomo, and Benjamin was born over near there, and so we're still rescuing a little bit out there, and then Camarillo, and then of course La Mesa, California was the larger rescue organization there. So it was a lot of work, but we did it. But backing up, I followed Grateful Dead for 10 years. Started probably mid-80s, I guess.
The hoodie.
Okay. The hoodie.
Yeah, that's why you got the hoodie.
Yeah, got the hoodie. Yeah, got the hoodie. Right here. So followed them for 10 years and have a lot of good memories there. California, Nevada. It was great. It was great. When Jerry passed away, we were devastated, seriously. But I have a lot of good memories of that. And, I go to the show, sometimes with a friend, sometimes, on my own, but you go and meet really cool people who made artwork or cooked or made t-shirts or whatever. And that's all they did, was they followed Grateful Dead. So I went like to Mountain View, Northern California, once a year for shows there. Some was Oakland New Year's, Ventura Fairgrounds in like the early summertime. And that's one of the reasons I ended up meeting Benjamin's dad actually, was because he was old deadhead too. Benjamin's grandfather was in a relationship with my boyfriend's mother for many, many years. So that's how I ended up, meeting Benjamin's dad. So everything was something in it. But we went to Vegas actually. With
Crazy how that works.
Yeah, it's crazy. It is. It's really the connections. So yeah, I still listen to dead music at times and that kind of stuff. And I have a shirt I just got recently. I didn't bring it with me, but it says, "If I knew the way, I would take you home." It's called Ripple, and it has Jerry and it has 2 Jerry bears on it. It's pretty cool. But yeah, so I have that background, and became vegetarian in '91 because I thought if I'm going to deal with animal rights stuff, then I need to live a certain way. So I do eat dairy, not very often, eggs sometimes, but otherwise it's a vegetarian diet. So I'm healthier, happier for that. Where I live in Arizona is a very rural area, and cows walk through the neighborhood, walk through the yard. They're so big and cute. And I say to them, "I love you, cows. I would never hurt you. They look at me, at least they look." I wish I could touch them, but I don't know. They'd be too scared, I think.
They probably try to trample you.
Yeah, they might. Really. But they do. Sometimes whole families walk through the yard. It's kind of cool. So yeah, so that's what it is. I try to make a difference in this world as much as I can, and give the kids love at school. And even the ones in grade 4 and 5 that knew me from last year, they come and run up to me and give me hugs. And so sweet. So it makes me happy.
All right. Let's see. You can go in a little bit about, Grandpa Robert and Grandma Lily and what they used to do and stuff like that.
So my mom has since passed away. She passed away in 2003. Her name was Wilma, but she went by Willie. She actually was an amateur race car driver in her 20s and knew and dated James Dean. Willie, yep, right there. Yes, Wilma, I have her. I can't show you right now, but I have her name on my leg with 2 dog faces. So she was just an amazing person, and she just thought traffic laws didn't apply to her. So she drove as fast as she possibly could all the time. And she had Lamborghinis, and she had a lovely time. Anyway, Grandpa Robert was a famous cosmetic surgeon in Beverly Hills, and he had his own office in his early 20s or so, mid 20s. And
the first to start plastic surgery in Beverly Hills.
Yes, that's correct. And
all that Silicon Valley stuff.
Yeah,
all that
it was before that. Yeah, he was before that. He invented one of the first breast implants. Yeah. His office still stands at 8760 Sunset Boulevard. It's a recording studio now it's Devo, the band Devo. Some of you might remember them from the 80s, maybe even the 70s, I'm not sure. Anyway, it's a recording studio now, but he designed it, and he wrote several books. He actually graduated from high school at age 14. Extremely intelligent individual, very, very, very interesting person. He had racehorses also in the U.S. and Argentina. So he was big time into the racehorse thing. Also loved architecture. Of course, the dogs he loved too. So he passed away in 1980. Yes, 1980. So his marker at Forest Lawn Hollywood Hills, and my mom's at Westlake Village, Pierce Brothers out there, have to talk about animals, their love for animals, and what that they really cared about the animals, that kind of stuff.
So he also, if you look up, Dr. Robert Franklin, right? Or is it Dr. Beauty, right?
Well, you can look up, Dr. Beauty or Dr. Robert A. Franklin. Now, you have to really look closely because something else.
There's a picture for one of the books that has an actress that was around the time when Marilyn Monroe was around.
Vanessa
What
Brown?
Is her name?
Vanessa Brown? Yeah, Vanessa Brown was his first wife.
But she was an actress, though.
Yes, she was an actress.
Just like Marilyn Monroe.
Yes,
she was
correct.
in low-budget films and other stuff like that, trying to work her way up.
Yeah, that's correct. She was.
As well as he was on, what is it? Late Night America, or was it? What's the show? What was the show?
Johnny Carson?
There you go. He was on Johnny
Carson, Merv Griffin, different things like that.
Talk shows.
Yeah, talk shows.
To promote
the
plastic surgery.
And plastic surgery and that kind of stuff. He actually was one of the first ones to try liposuction also, and
Oh, okay.
and also like mini facelifts where you just like get a basic facelift. Also, like if you had your ears were kind of sticking out too much, he would do surgery to like, sort of pin them back. Eventually, he only had to work 3 days a week because he had, enough clients, and also he didn't really need to work every day anyway because he had the racehorses besides. But yeah, amazing individual, really. Unfortunately, Benjamin didn't get to know him, obviously, but I did get to know Grandma Willie for a few years.
I did get to know my grandma.
Yeah. He was 6 years old when she passed away. So, we remember her often. I'll have to give Benjamin a picture. Well, actually, you have some pictures I brought over.
Better grab some. Keep going.
Of her at the wedding when I married Benjamin's dad. But I also have a picture of her taken in 1966. It was an amazing picture that her auntie had taken at the time. So Benjamin has me, my sister, we have some cousins in San Diego, and also on the East Coast. So I'm thankful for that. We've never had a lot of relatives. We have fewer now. However, we are thankful for the people that we have in our life. And my sister and her husband really helped me a lot. I moved out to Arizona in late 21 because my last husband passed away and I was running out of options and things were not going well. So she took me in and I was able to start with the Kingman Unified School District about 2 months later. I was there for a little less than a year and then I started with Kingman Academy of Learning. So that was a blessing, of course, also. And in any event,
hello to our 2 viewers. Hope everybody's having a blessed night.
I have to, it's at home. But anyway, the point of the whole story is that, my parents were amazing individuals. And of course we miss them, but we remember them also. But like I said, we helped a lot of animals over our life. My mom rescued probably 100 or 200 dogs over her life. I've rescued a lot of dogs, a lot of cats, probably 80 or 100 cats, probably 20 or 30 dogs at least.
So maybe break it down a little bit. Break down a little bit for them about Helping Hands Sanctuary and how you started and how pet stores like PetSmart and Pet People used to help you and stuff with supplies and certain things like that.
So Helping Hands Animal Sanctuary was the animal rescue that we had in Mesa, California. And so I named it that because I was interpreter for deaf people over the years and also helping hands because you're helping the animals. So the penny saver existed at that time, and I would put an ad in there, and so I get volunteers that way and donations that way. So almost all the supplies, almost all the food were donated, and then sometimes people would give me food because their dog or cat had passed away or didn't like the food, so they'd give it to me. Petco and PetSmart actually would not help me. Petco told me that they only help one rescue per store, and PetSmart said they would only help me in a natural disaster. Also, Petco and PetSmart, most of them, if you return the food or it's expired even slightly, they cut it open, dump it in the dumpster. They won't give it to a shelter or a rescue. So I don't like to shop at those places because of that. I did get help from Costco for a short bit, mainly just from individuals that donated things to me. They would call and they would say, okay, do you need cat food or dog food or whatever? I get it from them. Pet People, it doesn't exist anymore now, it became Pet Unleashed. They would donate a lot of food to us about every 3 months. We would fill up my husband's pickup truck with it, dog food, cat food, food for the guinea pigs, the rabbits, etc. But when they became Petco Unleashed, they told us that they could not donate to us anymore because Petco would not allow that. So you see the commercials with Petco and PetSmart, how they advertise that they help homeless pets, that they help, shelters and things like that. Yes, they do, but not as much as they actually could have and could right now. So I'm just, letting folks know that they're not above board as much as they should be, honestly. The manager that we knew from Pet People used to work for Petco, and he was telling us a lot of these things. So eventually, my husband that I had in La Mesa, he would go to the gym super early in the morning, like 3 or 4 in the morning, and he would go to the dumpster at Petco and see what was around. So we ended up getting a 50-gallon tank for our turtles that was left next to the dumpster. So we got that. Unfortunately, the food is cut up and dumped into the dumpster, so we can't use it. Nobody can. So that's just a FYI for anyone. Try not to shop at those places if you can avoid it, because it's just not right. It just isn't. They could put the food outside and someone would take it and it would be okay. I mean, I got expired food plenty of times from pet people and my animals never got sick. So there really isn't a liability issue there, in my opinion, of the whole thing. But anyway, I did move to Hemet in 2016. Sadly, I had to give up the rescue. However, I'm hoping to start it up again once I'm able to get everything figured out. I still have my tax ID numbers, so I can still get our community service hours. So my plan is to start it again. I'm not sure exactly the location, but certainly it would be in California, because eventually I will be moving back out here from Arizona, because I want to be with my son and his family. I have a new grandson, and as you probably know, and so I need to be closer. It's a lot of decisions, a lot of different things going on. However, I really feel like that's going to be the best decision in the end of it. Of course, I will miss my sister and her husband and friends out there in Arizona. However, I think that would probably be the best thing. So I do have, well, he's not mine anymore, but a dog I did have, Min Chihuahua Jack Russell, that now is my sister and her husband, because they're able to take care of him financially. They're able to. She's home most of the time. He has a pretty good work schedule, so they're able to take care of him. But yeah, it all works out in the end of it, Some blessings along the way, for sure.
All right.
Something about
The host is
sanctuary and
back.
everything. So.
The host is back.
Yes.
But that's good that you know that you're still riding the, you're keeping it going.
Yes,
keeping
I
it
definitely
riding.
did.
You took over, and you know what I'm saying? That's
Yes.
good though. That means that you know how to podcast. So that's easy. All right. So, the other thing I was gonna say was, what is your opinion like on how like wrestling is now compared to it was years ago? It sucks.
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
I wouldn't say it sucks now.
Well,
It's just
it
not as
kinda
good
does.
as it is now.
I mean, when I started watching it, what was when we were first did Carmine, so that was probably
Yeah.
2006,
Five, the end of 5, early 6.
Yeah. I had my favorites and everything like that, and I still watch it, not all the time now, because I don't live by myself. I'm not able to really, have to share the TV. So I do watch it at my sister's house sometimes, but it's a lot of people on there. Obviously, I don't know who they are anymore, but it doesn't seem as, I don't know, interesting or intense, I guess, as it was before. We used to go and see them, in Dago sometimes over at the sports arena, whatever it is.
Now it's not the sports
whatever
arena
it was.
anymore.
Well,
Now it's a swap meet. The sports arena has been taken down years ago. Remember they made it into a football field.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
But all right. But anyway, we went to go see TNA that one time in Irvine at the university. I loved it. It was a small arena, and it was so cool. Made signs. I loved it. They had one sign that said, "This is my father," and the other said, "Have a nice day," because of Mick Foley. And then we had Sting, "We'll miss you," or something, because Sting was going to be retiring, but he ended up not doing it. I still have wrestling shirts, actually. I just found them recently. I had them packed away, so I still have them. But yeah, it's definitely not the same thing, of course. I, again, haven't been able to keep up with it as much as I would like to.
Mountain Dew alcohol, 5% sponsored.
Absolutely, sponsorship is important. I watch it when I can and everything, but it's definitely not the same that it was. Of course, obviously, we've lost a few wrestlers over the years, unfortunately. But I mean, I still have favorites in my heart, whether they still wrestle or not. Now, John Cena, of course,
He's retiring.
yes, he's retiring. He did already, or soon.
The end of this year.
Okay, well, anyway, I got the shirt.
He's doing WrestleMania and then he's done after that.
I had got the John Cena shirt, and I wear it at school sometimes, and the kids go crazy. But anyway.
Now, what I see is coming back as well, too, is now Fashion Nova. I don't know, you know what Fashion Nova is, Mom? Or you never heard of them? You've heard of them, but you just don't know what it is. It's a clothing website. And they're
I have heard of it, yes.
But they also have they have women's clothes, but they also have men's clothes too. And so for the men's catalog, I think it was December, they have one that says "Suck It" on it, and it says DX on the back, like retro.
DX, right?
Yeah, but they're not, they're not partnered up with wrestling or anything. So basically, what I'm saying is that still is a trademark type of logo that people will remember. The Suck It.
Oh, absolutely. No, actually, they will. Yeah, I love DX. They were great.
Yeah. Now, Hunter Helmsley, Triple H.
Right.
He's really, he's pretty, he's getting of age, so now he has basically his son and Vince's son and Stephanie's son all running. They're all running now, yeah. Triple H is all the way out. Vince is like maybe like 90 now.
Wow, that's crazy.
But he still sometimes be at the board meetings. That's the only time you see him. He's behind the scenes. He's behind the scenes.
Well, now they have WWE Saturday Night Main Event now.
Yeah.
I saw it recently. I asked MEA, my sister, to start recording it for me. But I did see it.
Also,
I get the feed on Facebook.
WWE right now is also a big marketing tool for certain artists. Like Sexy Red was on WWE not too long ago. Couple other artists, female artists, and
so I get their emails about this stuff sometimes.
As Kofi Kingston and this other guy, right? Kofi Kingston looks completely different now too.
Well,
but they were talking, right? And they were asking the fans, y'all are mad because Kendrick lost the battle between him and Drake or whatever. So what's crazy is they're putting like current topics and news and hip hop in the wrestling platform. They've never done that before. So what that means is that they're losing out on fans, and they need anything they can do to grab people in, to gravitate that.
Yeah.
To gravitate that audience. You know what I'm saying? Which is smart. It's a marketing tool. That's why I said it's a marketing tool. But what I'm saying is it's crazy because like what? But so I don't. Do you know about the Drake and
I don't know.
Kendrick, a little bit. You know who Drake and Kendrick are.
Yes, I know who they are.
But do you know about their back and forth that they had going on since like June of this last year, to the point where Canada is against the U.S. now. U.S. is against Canada because Drake is from Canada. He's from Toronto. So what it was basically Drake said that Kendrick's daughter wasn't his, and it was his homie's kid. Basically, it was not his; it's his homie's kid. His homie was messing with his wife. That wasn't true though. So then, what Kendrick threw on Drake was, okay, well, certified lover boy, certified pedophile. So he said that Drake's a pedophile because of the said fact that the girl 11 off of Stranger Things was big kicking it with him behind scenes, and when they asked her about it, of course she said, "Oh, he was just giving me relationship advice." But why are you seeking relationship advice from a 28-year-old and you're not even 18 yet? That's what's weird about it. So there's there's underlines to everything, and then there might be more than what it really seems, or more than what we're hearing. But
probably yes.
All I know is basically the whole thing was a facade to boost streams for their music. That's what's so crazy about it. So the team Drake was with, which is their marketing team, Kendrick signed to the same team. So what they did was they made it look like they were going at each other, but in all reality, behind the scenes, both of them knew what it was. Basically, it was all scripted. Well, I mean, it wasn't scripted, but it was a planned marketing move for the both of them, but not them. Actually, their marketing team, their label, their executives, their you feel me?
Their publicity agents.
Their team, their who signs them, their checks. What it was they found a hacker, and they got the hacker to boost the Spotify streams up to I think it was like 4.5 million streams or something like that within a month for Not Like Us. And then the other one was I don't know the exact number, but what it was they were fake streams though, because he was boosting it. Then when he got called out on it, he was like, neither one of the teams paid me what they were supposed to pay me. So what you got right here is now Drake is trying to sue UMG, which is United Music Group, the people that he's assigned to. Now, if this happens where they really do have to pay the settlement, that's going to make it a big mark for all other artists that feel like they're not getting treated right to start filing lawsuits against music companies. So you're going to see a lot of music companies go down in the ground for it, because in history, you never heard nobody say, oh, it's an artist, I'm going to sue the whole entire label. No, you can say, like, I'll sue this person from the label, but not the whole entity of the label. When have you ever heard that? Never heard that.
No, well,
even with Tupac, you never heard that. Like, he never sat there and said, oh, I want to sue Death Row Death Row entirely. No, he said, I want to sue Suge Knight, not all of Death Row as an entity.
Normally not.
It'd be one single person.
Right.
Or two or three, whatever, but not the whole entire company, right?
Right. The last time
what switches it up.
Yes. Like the last time I heard anything like that was Jim Croce's wife having to sue the label because he got killed in an airplane accident in like the early 70s. And it took her probably 20 years, but she had to sue the whole thing because they never paid him. Okay. He died penniless. Okay. So that was a different thing. Now, but it does happen. It's certainly not
new news that I just heard from shout out to J Hood from Hoover. Y'all go follow him on YouTube. I think it's J Hood something, J Hood's YouTube or some shit like that. He said remember when PNB Rock 2 years ago, he was eating at the Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles and they killed him for his chain?
Yes.
The chain was fake. So all that was done for a fake chain.
There's no reason to kill somebody
but think about this though, because you got to really look into it deep. It wasn't like it was just some random youngin that ran up or a random gang member, because first of all, he didn't check in. He went to LA, he didn't check in. That's one that he shouldn't have done, even though he's been there before. But this time he just decided not to check in. But he was in the turf of the 83 Gangster Crips. Right there is where their turf is, and their hood is right there next to the Roscoe Chicken and Waffles, right there off of Manchester. So, that area is already
Inglewood, basically.
It's
close to Inglewood.
It's the gap in the middle before you get to Inglewood.
Okay, real close.
But it's close to Inglewood. Yeah, shout out to all my Inglewood families, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to Muncie Beat the
I used to go out there a lot for Grateful Dead and other stuff.
But what I'm saying is basically like, he knows it's a Crip area. It's not just a Crip area, it's the 83 Gangster Crips area. That's their set right there. Yes. So boom. A man and his son. The man was in his 40s. He had his son be the getaway driver, and he was the one that took the chain. Boom, right? Because they told the old man, I'm not gonna say he's old man, but he's in his 40s. Let's just say the older man. The older man.
Older than you, younger than me.
But it's still though, because it's
older than them. Not a senior citizen.
Let's just say just say his dad. I could just say an adult.
Fine, an adult.
Yeah, because the kid was not even 18 yet. Okay, so that's why I'm saying that.
All right.
So he was in like, or actually no, I think he might have been like 48, 50 type shit. But whatever. He was a little bit older than
40 and up. Older than the other person.
Yeah, he was older than the other person.
Okay.
He was told by the people who told him to go grab the chain that he was going to get, paid for the move and everything like that. But he never got paid. He went down. The sun went down. Right. And then come to find out it was a fake chain. So all that.
For nothing.
Yeah. Somebody got their life taken.
For no reason. For no reason anyway, to begin with.
Waffles. Yeah, but it was a fake chain.
So it didn't even mean anything at the end of it.
Yeah. There was no money. Which never even got anything for it.
Right, which is ridiculous anyway. The whole point of the story was that. But the other point of the story is, do we go around killing people? Probably not. Especially for something like this ridiculous. It's a jewelry. Who the heck cares? Leave the person, let them live their life. My opinion. Don't do that. It's not necessary.
But there's levels to it though, Mom, because at the end of the day, Now you got to put yourself into the other person's shoes. This person might be, not doing very well financially.
You don't need to kill
and
somebody for their
You know,
chain.
they're in and out of
You can
couch to couch, and now there's this chain is supposed to be worth, a good 50
sure.
bands,
You don't
right?
kill
So
them.
boom, he gonna take that to get the money.
Okay, you don't need to kill them.
But
That's
how?
the point.
But that's the thing, though. He wouldn't have took it off. It's the only way that he took it off is
Well, perhaps.
He's gonna say, I ain't giving this chain.
Perhaps. Well, we don't know that.
No, I don't know. I wasn't there.
No.
I'm just guessing
Well,
on
right.
what everybody else has
Possibly true.
what everybody else has kind of brought to the table
right.
about it and pieced up from
Well,
it. That's
right.
it.
That's very unfortunate.
For sure. Rest in paradise, Peter.
Yes,
to
because-
PNB Rock. So
First of all, I mean, to have to, anyway, it's unfortunate.
all right.
So there we are.
So that brought me to the conclusion of this. Is it worth it to go out and take somebody's life for some ice?
No, it isn't.
I mean, it's not,
It's
but
not.
what I'm saying is you got to think about how they're thinking.
Well,
in
yeah,
their brain, though.
But if the person who killed
Got
that
the
person,
chain.
got the chain right, and killed that person, okay, what if they were it was the opposite? You know what I mean? And they were the ones that.
Okay, so what you're saying
look at it from the other
you're
side.
saying what if the person who took the chain and shot PNB Rock was in PNB Rock shoes
Right.
and was famous and had the chain
Yes.
and celebrity in LA and blah blah blah, and now PNB Rock is the dude that stole the chain now.
Right. He has to think about that. Think about it in that way. How would it be opposite? And also, look what happened. Nothing ended up being good for those people that took it anyways. So that was
Never got
it
paid
was
for
a
it.
waste of time and somebody died. It's not a good thing. So I know the world is what it is. I get that. I do. I understand. And it's a difficult place. I understand
sure.
that. However, for me, in my world, I'm not killing somebody. I'm not doing it.
For no chain.
For no chain or for any reason, in all honesty.
Any reason? Okay, so
I don't see a reason. I mean, and I don't see a reason. I mean, if somebody's attacking me or something,
Yeah.
whatever, that's different.
You're
That, to
defending
save my
yourself.
life,
Yeah.
yes, okay.
To defend yourself and
That's
save your life,
different.
then you might do
Other
what you
than
have to do.
that, I don't see it. I don't see it.
But see, that's not obviously that's the thing.
For me,
They weren't going out there in the agenda, in the mind state of, oh, we're gonna kill this man today. They were going out there as we're gonna rob this dude and go get the money for the chain.
right, but
They didn't think that he was not gonna give it up. They didn't
Right,
think he was gonna be
but-
like, oh, I ain't giving my shit up.
they were ready though, in case, I'm sure. Obviously,
Yeah,
they
they
had
had
weapons.
guns for sure. They were
So,
ready.
There's the thing.
But
Yeah.
they didn't know it was gonna go sloppy like that.
Well, of course they
You know what I'm
didn't.
saying?
But that's what happens in these situations sometimes. You can't really predict exactly what's going to happen. And then what happens, somebody dies, and it's terrible. So therefore,
No, for sure.
yeah. My opinion, I'm not in the situation. I'm just saying.
Okay. What's the other thing?
So,
Okay,
yeah.
so that all goes back to what this crazy whole concept or perspective of life is that everybody's looking at right now. You want to be the big dog, you want to have the chain around your neck, right? But at the end of the day, half of the people that got the chains around their neck, they get to a point where they might have to pawn the chain because it got to the struggle and they're financially
Yes.
not ready to
Oh, I
deal with the chain.
understand. I
So
understand.
the whole thing is this: if you're gonna sit there and buy a chain, and hopefully it's real at the end of the day.
Correct.
But if you are gonna sit there and buy a chain, make sure that chain is an actual, investment. So when you want to pawn it back, you can get at least half of what you spent down on it. Because at the end of the day, the gold value has went down through the years. You can't really get nothing on the dollar for gold anymore. You can't really get anything on the dollar for gold anymore because it's not as rare as it was before to find certain pieces of gold,
Well,
unless it's pure gold nugget
Yeah.
and it's solid. If it's solid, okay,
But these little gold rope chains, a little 14 karat, 18 karat, that shit's not nothing anymore. That right there is gonna make me give you back. Say you spend $1,500 on a gold rope chain. If you try to go pawn it back, they might give you maybe $400 for it, maybe even $300. Probably won't even give you $400. See, that's the thing. So you just spend a band of $500 to get back not even a band. Now, what was the point of that? That wasn't even an investment because you just made you got back way less than what you put down. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you gotta really understand about jewelry and the value of it before you sit there and break your pockets to purchase something like that. Do your research, do your homework, look it up, talk to a jeweler, a good jeweler that's not just trying to finesse you. Talk to a jeweler that really knows the value of everything and shows you each carat by carat, puts it on the scale and weighs it for you. Because at the end of the day, everybody's trying to get a quick buck, man. So they're not going to tell you nothing. They're like, oh, it looks good, buddy. It looks good. Oh, yeah, you see it shining? Yeah, get it. Get it. Get it.
No, sure.
No, but see, you don't have to get it, though, unless you're ready and you know for sure in your heart and in your mind, like, okay, this is a good investment for me. I'm going to make something back from this. Because if not, just to have it as fashion, it don't mean nothing. I can't take this when I go in the grave. So at the end of the day, and I can't take this and go pawn it back for what I spent on it either.
No.
I'm getting pennies on the dollar for what I get back, which isn't even worth it. So everybody just got to be really like, I feel like the biggest thing that everybody needs to really get in tune with is just being financially literate and understanding finance in a way where it could be jewelry, it could be a washing machine, it could be a dryer. You got to understand what you're purchasing. Are you going to make that back when you have to sell it back, or is this an investment, or are you just spending money to spend it? Burn a hole in your
No, it is an investment. I mean, like I bought a car last August, and a used car, and praise God because it runs well and everything. But it's an investment. It really is an investment, and
because you can take that and turn around and sell it back to the lot for maybe what you spent on it, or maybe a little bit less. But you're still getting almost what you spent on it, right?
Right, depending on ish, or I could trade it for something.
Yeah, trade it in for something. Yeah,
that kind of stuff.
A little bit a better year, whatever.
Yeah,
it is. I'm not saying this is a good.
It's a 220. It's a pretty good one.
2020, right?
Yeah, it's pretty good. The payments are reasonable, so I'm thankful for that too.
So what I'm saying is, and this is the thing, like big shout outs to Big June for sure. That's my uncle. You feel me? Big shout outs to Mitchy Slick. Big shout outs to everybody that try to put, you feel me, Dago on the map. But you can't sit there and say like, oh, F Mitchy Slick, he put the city on the map, but when I try to get with him to do a feature, I did a feature with Mitchy Slick and I'm not still up there. See, that's the thing, bro. Nothing happens in a day. It takes hard work, time, and dedication. And don't just think just because you're going to get on a song with somebody that's way up there that all of a sudden you're going to be way up there. You have to put in the work. He's not going to just throw it to you because did he get it thrown to him? No, he had to work for it. So at the end of the day is be business ready and be business minded to understand what it means when he's having everybody come in the boardroom and show the executives and show them, hey, this is what we want to bring to the table. And you guys don't even know what you want to bring to the table. So you can't be mad at anybody and sit there and say, oh, he doesn't want to put nobody on. He's fake. He's sold out, just like Nick Cannon. It's not true. Because if they don't see you working on yourself and actually trying to put effort into it, and you just think you're going to get a check just for doing one song, I'm sorry, you're tripping. You're tripping, bro. Because at the end of the day, there's way more behind the scenes that you know about with this stuff. They have to. It's not like Mitchy Slick is a billionaire, bro. He has to pay this person for the video, for when they do the video. This is the video equipment, the visual, or whatever. He pays this person. He pays this person to set up the show. He pays this person. He pays this person. He pays this person. Now, at the end of the day, say you get a check for 5 bands, he ends up with maybe 32 to himself because he just paid half of the other shit to the people that set up the show, set up the hotels, set up the video, set up the podcast, whatever it is. He's paying people. Right. He's not getting paid like that. He's
No.
paying people because that's the way it is. It's a whole foundation. It's a whole team of people that you have to pay before you could even see $1 out of your own check.
Right. Well, because you have production team.
That's a production team.
It's a business.
Hotels. It's a
Basically.
business. That's the point.
You have to have the investment.
So what I'm saying
capabilities
is, you
to do
have to have something that the people at the label would like to invest in. If they don't see that, why would they waste their time on you? For what? If you're sitting there and you only want to go to the studio once a week and they're telling you, hey, look, we want you to tour, we want you to do all this, oh, my bad, bro. Like, I can't do that right now. Like, I'm not in the mindset to do all that. I'd rather just, hit the studio once a week, maybe put a tape out every 2-3 months and maybe do a video every 3. They're gonna look at you like, why the hell will we invest our time in you? You don't have the business mindset, you don't have the effort, you don't have the ethic, you don't have the motivation. And then you want to sit here and go on live and be like, oh, fuck Mitchie Slick, and nobody wants to put on Dago or help us and all this shit. But at the end of the day is I've been doing this shit for years, bro. Ain't nobody put me on. Feel me? But I network with people because at the end of the day, you use a mouthpiece, you can network with people. But nobody's just gonna give you no damn handout on me.
No.
Shit ain't free in this world. You don't have to pay to get there.
And you have to make an effort.
You have to make an effort, but you have to pay to get there. And don't be mad.
That's true too.
Don't be mad when somebody gives you constructive criticism, bro. Because they're trying to help you at the end of the day. The people that aren't trying to help you is the ones that are like, yeah, bro, that slaps. And maybe it's not. Maybe it really doesn't slap. Maybe it's trash. Maybe it's just something that nobody wants to hear. But they're going to tell you what you want to hear because they want the money. Yeah, bro, that shit goes. Yeah. You don't want a yes man in your corner. You want somebody that's going to give you the real deal. No sugarcoat. They're going to tell you exactly what you don't want to hear. Right. Because that's what you need to hear. That means that somebody's really trying to help you and put you in the right spot and they're really in their corner and that's really a support system. If they're telling you, hey, look, bro, I think you can do a little bit better than that. Go in there. I feel like you can try a little harder.
Right.
Don't get mad when somebody tells you that because that means that they're wasting their time on you and they care. That's what that means.
Correct.
If they didn't care, they'd be like, oh, yeah, fuck it. Whatever. I already got my check, man. And that shit's trash. That's you, bro. You know what I mean? Right. I don't care. Like, at the end of the day, understand the shit doesn't just like that, bro. No. Shit, I haven't even seen a mill yet, and I've been doing this shit for 13 years, bro. So that's the thing. Like, everybody keep asking me, like, how you been doing music for almost 13 years, 12 years, 12 and a half years, whatever it is, and you're not on yet? Because it takes hard work and dedication, and it's the sad fact that there's politics involved with everything that you do, bro. Now, yes. And what I mean by that is somebody that I might do a song with, that person that knows that person might not like that person. Now, they don't want to mess with me because I just did a song with that person. Why? Because they're from this section, I'm from this section, or whatever it is. But it's politics involved where it's not going to go right because they're not seeing eye to eye with that person. They can't put their differences aside and be grown about the situation or even be professional about the situation. They'll just say, nah, I don't want to work with that person because he knows this and this person whoop, and he already said this and this about me a couple years ago, so why should I work with you? So understand that this shit is hard. It's not easy, bro.
No, it's right. I mean, it is hard, and we have to respect each other. And not everybody's going to get along with each other in this world.
Yeah, but at the end of the day,
but just be respectful.
But see, that's the thing, though. That's what I'm saying, though. Yeah, be respectful.
That's why I tell the kids at school, be respectful. And you don't have to like everybody. I tell them, be respectful, be mindful of what you're saying.
Be respectful and be mindful of what you're saying. Yeah, for sure. Yes. Always praise and give thanks to the Lord. You feel me? Praise the Most High. Always be blessed and highly favored. Try to help people get put into positions and help anybody that you can. If you're up, you know what I'm saying? Because that helps you out in the long run as well. Because God will see, hey, well, you're already in position. Why are you trying to help this person that doesn't even want to help themselves? Because I care. And I'm being kind and I'm using what you told me in the Bible. I'm sitting here and turning the other cheek. This might be somebody I don't even like that, but I see them going through some type of time. So I'm going to give them my hand and help them up. I'm going to be kind. I'm going to show love out. That's what it is, man. Just show love. That's what God is. God is love, bro, at the end of the day. So, all right.
Yes, it's very important.
But we don't have to get all political or religious on here. But what I'm saying
be kind to each other. That's the point.
What I'm saying is this is if all of us could just put our differences aside in the city, we could actually get the light shed on us that we've been needing to have on us, not this negative light shed on us that's been happening for years.
Correct.
If we're all able to come together and make something historic, I guarantee you that the city is actually going to have the right shine that we've been looking for. The actual people to sit there and be like, oh, you know, shout out to San Diego, man. They got blood, they got the Bloods, they got the Brims, they got the Lincoln Parks, they got the Skylines, they got the West Coast Crips, all in the same room together doing a song. Oh my God, where have you seen that? Oh, LA. Because see, if LA can do it, why can't we? And that's what I be talking to the homies about, and they be like, yeah, bro, let's do it. There's gonna be a couple hotheads on the side that aren't gonna want to do it, but hey, man, they gonna fall in when they fall in. What it means is they gonna fall in when they fall in. That means they're gonna be ready when they're ready. Because at the end of the day, you can't force nobody to be ready, and you can't force nobody to think the same way that you think. You gotta let them crash and burn on their own and pick themselves up and understand what the other person was telling them is true. At the end of the day, and then that's when they're gonna realize and hit you back and be like, "Oh, hey, bro, you was right." Feel me?
Correct.
But you have to let them do that on their own. You can't force nobody to do that at the end of the day. So,
Agreed.
all I'm saying is, if we want the shine and the light that we're deserved, just like how LA has had the big spotlight on them for years, and Dago kind of gets pushed off in the back, even though we have our shine sometimes, you know, certain people from LA mess with certain people in San Diego, artists I'm talking about, rock artists, rap artists, pop artists, football players. Now, don't get it wrong. Yeah, San Diego is a tourist area for certain spots. SeaWorld, San Diego Zoo, Belmont Park,
Wild Animal Park.
Yeah, there you go. Wild Animal Park. Now, but they're not going to show you what's behind all that. What's behind all that is, you think LA and all these other places in the Inland Empire, other people have projects? No, bro. Go to the Southeast and you go see the real San Diego. That's the real San Diego. Southeast, Spring Valley, La Mesa, Mission Valley is the rich part. There's still some trenches over there though in the back though. You just have to go all the way to the back and you'll see the real. You'll see the real because each city has the real behind the, you know, nice area, the nice white picket fence, the nice gated communities.
Right, even the SS block or whatever.
That's El Cajon. Okay, so yeah, we can talk about that.
Yeah.
El Cajon is not looked at as part of the Southeast, right? They're looked at as East County, right?
Correct.
And I don't
La Mesa is too.
I don't agree with that because they also say that Spring Valley is not Southeast either, which is stupid because how is that the Southeast? Because you have to hop on the 94 and Kenwood's right there, and Castellero's right there. And what can you do, Mom? You can hop on the freeway and go where? Stein, Emerald, Lincoln, like that, right? It's just right. Then how is it not the Southeast? But okay. It's good, but that's everybody else's opinion, though. That's everybody else's opinion, though.
What's his apartments over there?
Which ones? The Brook?
Yes.
That's Skyline. At the end of the day, that's
trying to think. Yes.
Moonlight, because it goes.
Yeah.
The Meadowbrook Apartments is cut up into this way. It goes like this. It goes the Meadowbrook Apartments, and then down the street is Moonlight Market, Skyline Drive. Right. Up the street is Paradise Hills Road. You could be in Paradise Hills like that.
Yes.
That's how close this shit is. Like
it is close.
Like that. Okay, but so what I'm saying is this. El Cajon should also be known as part of the Southeast because of certain spots like Renette Park, Tuttle, and areas like that. Downtown El Cajon, Washington Street, stuff like that by the courthouse. Yeah, like right there where you Main Street. All those areas are not good areas. That's the homies. That shit there. That's the trenches right there, bro. The rest of El Cajon might look nice, but when you go to the back part where Renette Park is, Tuttle Park, Main Street, Washington, all through, because you could take Main Street all the way to El Cajon Boulevard, where the Blade is. Right. All you have to do is go straight down. And you could be right there by El Cajon Boulevard. Side. Yeah, you could be right there by El Cajon Boulevard and Balboa Park right there. Balboa Park, El Cajon Boulevard.
Even before that, University.
Yeah, there you go. That's the street I was thinking.
University. Well, Balboa Park eventually too, but University prior to that.
Now, what is University and El Cajon Boulevard known for? The Blade. Everybody knows that.
Right.
So what I'm saying is a lot of things are not looked at in the whole way of things. All they look at is, oh, okay, San Diego, sunny San Diego. It's a beach city. It's San Diego Zoo, Wild Animal Park, SeaWorld, Balboa
Right.
Park. But they don't really take into consideration what's behind those spots.
They're not right. They're looking at what's behind it, and they're also not looking at the homeless population down there, which is in the
The homeless
many
population-
thousands, many
The homeless
thousands.
population is more towards downtown.
It is. However,
But that's true.
right,
Yeah,
it is.
I
But
agree.
it's still a point, though.
Yeah.
It's still something that people aren't looking at sometimes.
For sure. That's cool. See, look, we had 4 viewers at first, then we went to 2, then we went to 1, we went back to 3, we went to 4, 2, 1. So that's almost 7 people that already tapped in. So
That's
appreciate it.
Yay! Thank you.
You know, I'm almost at 3,000 subscribers on YouTube, so you know, I'm trying to keep going. But yeah, man, this was just a little introductory, you know, a little chop up with, you know, me and Miss Robyn, you know, me with my mom. Yeah, man, like all I can leave you with is this. Everybody that wants to sit there and hop on my podcast, bro, just know this is a free, comfortable, no judgment environment. And I'm gonna say it again. This is a free, comfortable, no judgment environment. And what that means is anybody that has a voice that wants to be heard, come on to the Flip Dot Show. Anybody that has a book that they want to promote, movie, music, anything, graphic designing, anybody that wants to have something put out there and promote it, let me know. You can hop on my platform. Because this platform isn't a platform to have people go against each other. This isn't a platform to sit there and glorify the bad. This is a platform to help people build up their brand, build up their name, build up their career. That's what this platform is for. Now, what I'm gonna leave you with is this. If everybody could just come together in Dago, man. The Southeast is one. Yeah, I might be from Skyline. But at the end of the day, Rest in Paradise, my big bro, he was the one that wanted to mend the gap. He was the one that wanted to bridge the gap. His idea was to have a music video with people from Lincoln in it, people from Brims, people from West Coast, people from Emerald, people from Skyline, and the essays in it, all as one, to show San Diego as one. Because at the end of the day, when you go down to the county and you in LA, and you're from Dago, you got another brother from Dago, it don't matter if you're from Lincoln Park, you're gonna stick together, right? Because at the end of the day, we're all alike. We might be from different sections, we might be from different neighborhoods, but at the end of the day, we all from San Diego. We all from that entity. We all from that place. We all want to see the city get the light that it needs to have shed on it.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
All that's happened for the past 35 to 40 years is war for no reason. Because, see, this is the thing. In LA, do you see blood on blood violence? No, right? Do you see Crip on Crip violence? No, right? What do you see in Dago? Crip on Crip violence. Blood on blood violence.
Yeah.
Now, why is that, bro? Because at the end of the day, if you want to do your history on the set and the history on Southeast, Skyline and Lincoln were allies at the beginning of all this foundation, up until one person told on another person, some with a girl and a bad drug deal, whatever it was. I don't know the exact facts, but I could say what the OGs have told me, little bits of what I could pick up from what they told me, is that we were all allies at the beginning of it. Emerald, O'Farrell Park, Skyline. I mean, we always didn't really get along with the Crips because that's, it's blood and Crips, we've been at it for years. But at the end of the day, I can sit here and say, I can count on my hand, on my 5 fingers, how many people from Lincoln showed love, how many people from Emerald showed love, how many people from West Coast Crips showed love, more than even some of my homies from the home set. And that's when you start to realize, like, hey, we're not that different. We're pretty similar. Oh, like, oh, wow, you know who and who? Oh, that's my auntie. Wait, what? We family now. Oh, but we still gonna go on the streets and kill each other after we're out of bounty. Like, what's the point of clicking up in prison and jail when you go back on the outs and now it's funk between y'all? That doesn't make any sense. How you guys gonna be together when you have to be together when you're outnumbered, but then when you go back to the streets, now it's fuck y'all. And Nah, let's just keep the togetherness. Let's push the positivity. Let's push the unity.
Amen.
That's what I'm for, man. But it was a good one. Like I said, it's your boy King Truth, Flip Thought Show, host with the most, Hosenberg, Benny Bo, the one with the word, and we out of here, man. Peace. Oh, well, actually, before I go, big shout outs to Trey Boogie. He's right there in the chat.
Oh, lots of love.
Big love and salute. Big love and salute to you as well, bro. Everybody go check out Boogie's Flavor 619. He has loads of content. Bunch of content with if it be interviews, music reviews, music reviews, live performances. He has it all. And definitely don't forget to go ahead and check out that King Truth interview as well on Let's Chop It Up, because it is interesting. It gives you a little bit more of my music background so you get to know me a little bit better. But yeah, man, big shout outs to Boogie Flavor. Big shout outs to Trey Boogie. Go check out Boogie's Flavor 619. Go check out Get Your Mind Right podcast with Bloodstone the Street Preacher. Go check out Hood Hierarchy. It's not a podcast, it's a mobcast with my guy from Chicago, Uncle Beats. As well as y'all go check out Us by For Me, the Thug Bible Movement, Shout Bible. Peace.